So good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to be here before you and to share some of our experience regarding the explored job opportunities and employment support system for Malaysia's future workforce. So I believe that my presentation is very related to the previous presentation on the digital transformation and also in the context of the lifelong learning, because this platform is not just about for the job seekers, but it is more and beyond on that aspect. So I'm waiting for my slide to be on the screen. But before that, we at UTHM are working closely with the ILO, International Labour Organization, and then we got specific funding for developing such system. And also, I would like to mention that apart from this platform, we have multiple and several other platforms, such as the Job Street. If you're familiar with Job Street, we have Lincoln, and for the local Malaysia platform, we call as Mudah and Jobs DB and Mau Kerja. So all these platforms actually very important for the job seekers and industries, but the interactive or the specific benefit of how we are going to transform and use this platform is because it is free and it is available for everyone. And another part is this is the only national platform for the job seekers. So before we go further on this platform, my future jobs. So this platform is actually established from 2020, end of the year. So basically when we talk about the COVID, so this is actually the time that fostered the development of the platform, because there are so many people actually losing their jobs. There are so many people are not in the employment. So this is very important that this platform is, I can say that this is very timely, and then many people are very happy that at the end of the day, they can find a way how to get a job and how to be one of the job employment and recruiter in the national region. So basically, this platform is not just for the job seeker, but also for the employer. So they can also register to this platform, be together in that. And also, one of the most important features that now we are working on is to include the lifelong learning aspect, which is we recognize the learning and teaching and before experience, and then we can recognize that to be included as one important criteria to be employed. So this is basically about Malaysia. The total fertility rate is about 1.8 per thousand, and then as you can see that the labor force participation rate is 99.4, which is left about under unemployment rate is about 3.7%. So this is quite interesting that we can see that in 2020, Malaysia youth employment rate dropped to 10.1% in the first quarter of the year compared to 11.1% for the same period last year. Means that people are more engaging and more get employment from the employer and industries in Malaysia. And this is basically the quartile comparison between unemployed and unemployment rate in Malaysia. So as you can see that the rate is improving from time to time, especially after the COVID. And since last year, now people get more jobs, and basically most of the young people in Malaysia actually get jobs in the gigs area or gigs economy. I think this is also similar and commonly shared by most of the countries around the world. And then this is what I said about my future jobs. This is the name of the platform. This is the only national platform being recognized and officially funded by the government. So I can say that everything from government is free for the citizens and the public. And then as you can see that the My Future Jobs employment ecosystem, on the left side is actually the case management. So from the case, we're starting from the action research, how to find, it's about how we actually can help people, especially to young people, including the marginalized people, because in Malaysia we have a few of the groups like Orang Asli, this is original people in Malaysia. We have like Indian, very, very small people, and then disadvantaged people, from in the context of the economy and also their backgrounds. And then the employability program, how many employability programs out there, which is because we can see that every institutions do all these programs in silo. They are not connected. Even you are in the same region or in the same state, even you are neighbor to that institution, you do your own programs by your own. But actually you can combine and do together. By having this platform, actually we can minimize the redundancy and also minimize the cost between all these institutions. And upskilling and reskilling program, it is not only open to the students in the, let's say they are graduating soon, but also open for the public, which is not in the education and training. We call that NEET, not in employment, education and training. So this is very important that we have to cater and focus on this section, because they don't have any sources to refer to and what are the opportunities for them to get employed. So this is why we can see that one of the initiative by the UNESCO is to reduce the poverty, right? So this is one of the best mechanism. And the last one is the monitoring and evaluation, because one of the important aspects that we need to consider is what happened after the training. Yeah, after the training, where they will go, who are going to employ them, who are going to take them to be part of their team. So this is very important because the governments invest so much money in that, to send people for reskilling, upskilling programs, to give some incentive and so on. But after that, yeah, this is very critical issues, because most of the company or most of the institution that conduct training or offer training is just they just want the money, and after that there's no monitoring and evaluation system. So this is why this is inter-agency collaboration, because previously when this initiative been conducted by the private institutions, we cannot do this because there is no mandate from the governments. But now we can do that inter-agency collaboration, and UTHM is involving very closely with them, with the support from the International Labour Organization in Malaysia, ILO, which is I'm one of the head of the researcher. And then in the next year, we are trying to improve this platform, which is to integrate more features and the artificial intelligence components in the platform. And the job brokerage, you can see that what are the issues in our ecosystem in Malaysia. For example, the disabled person who are going to take them to be their employee, and unemployed graduates, gig jobs, because the gig jobs, they are not really actually under the acts, Malaysian Employment Acts. This is very critical when some accidents happen to them. That's why we are proposing some interventions to help these people in the gig jobs or gig economy. And then the internship and apprenticeship. This is very important, one part of the component by TVET education, which is we provide internship and industrial attachment to young people, like the previous presentation mentioned about learn and earn. So this is one of the way place and train. So this is one of the mechanism can be conducted through the My Future Jobs ecosystem. And the last one is the labor market infrastructure. This is more about the system, more about the features of this platform, which is you can assist locals and foreign workers' contribution. This is also closely related to the HRD Corporation under Malaysia governments. This is also the agency that actually collect money from the government, from the industries. We call that levy fund. Yeah, and then that levy fund we rotate and use back to the employer for the training purposes. So, and then self-employed scheme contribution and auto-registration for retrenched workers. So this is very interesting that when the company don't want the staff to stay in the company, so they have to let go some of the staff, and it is automatically will be registered in the platform. And then real-time data analysis. You can just click, because the data is actually being reviewed and being updated daily, by daily basis. So this is employment services that we can do or can be conducted through this platform, which is the case management and open interview and employability, informal sector jobs, TVET apprenticeships, My Future Job satellite centers. So we have many satellite centers around Malaysia, and incentive for marginalized group. So the government are they are trying to engage more people, especially for the marginalized groups. And now we are proposing a specific fund or incentive to young women to get engaged. I mean, to go back to the company, because most of the women actually stopped working during the COVID pandemic. And then after the situations being at ease, they don't want to go back to the company. So now we are having problems that there are low participation of the women in the workforce. And then localization of policy and mobility assistance. So as you can see that in the rural area, we have orang asli or indigenous people, so they don't have access to such programs, so they don't have any access to how to get employed. Of course, they don't want to go out from their area, right? But this is also very important. We have to minimize the gaps between people in the rural area and in the city. So the economy between these two groups are very, the gap is very big, no? So this is one of the important being taken by the governments to reduce the gaps. And also for the injured workers and person with disability. So as you can see that most of the person with disability people in Malaysia are now working in the food and services industries. So we have like McDonald's, they have certain ratio or portion, they have to take the person with disability as their employees. And also some other food sectors and services, they also open up for the people with disability. So now we are trying to move because there are more jobs actually can help these people, disabled people, not only for the food, but we have to consider many other aspects like the travel, mobility, and the safety of these people. And then women and seniors, as mentioned by our friend, Prof. Tony, we are now towards the aging population. People live longer than expected. So this is one of the ways how actually we want to help them, not only about their economy, but on their daily activities. So we are trying to help all these people in this platform. And then one most important aspect being focused by the government is the ex-convicts. Because of the people perceptions, they don't get job. And at the end, they go back again to do the criminal and bad things. So this is what we can say, the employment support to all Malaysians. And about the key features about artificial intelligence, talking about the technical aspect, and this is one of the examples that you can try to browse and to use the platform to see on the AI matching capabilities. Yeah, they use big data to adopt the new technology and understand users' behavior and improve matching. So this is like a matching algorithm configurability that people or the job seekers can fine-tune a matching algorithm. For example, they would like to find for the fresh entry level, you can click on that options, and then the contract type, apprentice or internship, and then skills for software developer. Now, of course, one of the way we can help people to get employed is by looking at their qualifications. But another way is actually to look at what are they good into, what are their expertise. Even they don't have a special or specific qualification or certificates from the institutions, but we, from this platform, we can help them to get the certificate through APEL. Yeah, maybe some of the countries use the word RPL, accreditation for prior experiential learning. So through experience and work during informal learning, we can recognize that through the system and to get employed and send them to in the industry. And the user tracking and reporting, they create real-time report on portal and user traffic. And another taxonomy that we can use is, we refer to the MASCO. This is a Malaysian Skills and Occupation Standard. Because of this MASCO, we have the list of all occupations in Malaysia. And then from these occupations, we categorize that into job title. For example, in the mechanical, we have many job titles in that. So they have around 2,944 from MASCO. And then they got 25,000 alternative job titles. From here, we actually cannot just referring to, oh, you are graduated in the IT, so you have to be software developer. But somehow, there are certain aspects that if you put your skills, you are very good in the like social media or e-commerce and digital marketing, we can channel that to another options of the job or occupations. And then the qualification, each job title required minimum qualification and also certification. And then this is an integrated supply demand platform. This is a platform for data collection from the employers and job seekers. The data collected, this is by the all areas. I mean, if you are in the South region. So the industries there will register in this platform. You can see what are the patterns. For example, in Kuala Lumpur, what are the most popular jobs? And then in the Sabah and Sarawak, in the eastern region, what are the popular jobs being employed? So this is to target the right job seeker at the right locality. At some point, essentially, this is also beneficial for the industry. For example, you would like to open up a new business, so you can just refer to this platform to see what are the trends there, what are the people need more, and what are kind of the services or goods that actually can be very famous. So you can try to start from searching from this engine. And then this is the comprehensive matching technology. This is based on the skill and competency-based matching, because we don't want to rely only to your academic qualifications, but we also recognize people with the experiences. Let's say you have the experience for 10 years in industry as a cook, so we can also channel you to certain industries that can suit very well with your skills and competencies. And then this is like a steps you have to follow. For example, you are as a job seeker, you have to identify skill based on the job match, and the second, my future jobs display skills required for the selected vacancies. And then it's like you are trying to become, for example, you want to be a job related to the food services, and then you find you want to be a barista, yeah, and then this platform will propose to you skills required to the selected vacancies, and also recommend, after that they recommend training programs available from various platforms, not just from this platform. Maybe you can also engage with the national platforms, like maybe we can also have the Smart TVET in this platform in the future. So this is one of the way we can do. And then the platform for selected training programs to redirect training to respective training portals. And then another way is also we target the groups, we are updates to new emerging jobs and technology that's to stay relevant. So the job seekers and the job managers will try to match the results analytic, and also we can get the job that is suitable with your qualifications, with your skills, and also your experience. And this is what I mentioned about the real-time LMI database previously. This is more related to the data collected on a daily basis on the real time. So you can see that this is another report. You can see the average of their salary, their income, yeah, by occupations, by region. Even now we are clustering people in Malaysia based on their economic status. But we can say that these people are very rich in the rural area, but then when they go to the city or go to Kuala Lumpur, they are become the poor groups. So this is another section that we can actually identify which category are you in. So this is also, there is also the data about the job offered by the company or industries and job taken by the job seekers. So now when people are talking about there's no job out there, this is not true at all, because there are so many vacancies and there are so many opportunities for them to register and to apply for the jobs. But we have to look into further details, why people are not interested to work with the company, or maybe people now looking for the work-life balance, or maybe some of you would like to be freelance, like the gig economy and so on. And then this is one of the way we would like to linking education and occupation. Generally, we can see that if you are graduating soon, you would like to find a job is suitable for you. So this is how we are actually trying to categorize your qualification name based on your institutions registered in this platform, because every programs in Malaysia, you have to register with the Malaysia Qualification Agency, and automatically your programs will be included in this platform. So from that, actually the system will match your qualification to the jobs options, which are the related jobs to you. So this is very interesting that some of the graduate students are not very know or very familiar how to find a job. So this is one of the best platforms they can refer to. And of course, there is issue that young people, after graduating, they don't want to go out from their hometown. This is also one of the critical issues. We are now tackling on that, because they want to stay with close to the family, and some of them would like to stay in their village and they want to go out because they say they go too much outside of their city. So this is one of the problems, because most of the jobs offered are located or saturated in the big city or the main capital city. So this is the future job satellite, the centers around Malaysia. And now, This data is to 2020, so there is around 1 million people get employed, yeah, through this platform. And then we have conducted around 5,000 interview programs in 2022. So the data will be 2023, will be updated later. And then for the global awards, this platform also got awards from the ASEAN Social Security Association, ASEAN Social Security ASSA, and also innovative solutions from My Future Jobs. And then for way forward, of course, there are so many things that we have to carefully taken into consideration, such as the early career interventions. This is not happening at the primary or secondary school. Most of the jobs or interest to become their jobs or occupations comes to be during their higher education, like in degree or master level. So now we are trying to propose that from children or from kids from the primary school, we are trying to promote and to expose them to the available jobs out there, not just the typical jobs occupation like the engineer, the pilot, the doctor, and the teachers. We would like them to explore more very interesting job opportunities out there. And the students single for employment, so we have to register students in the platform not before graduating, but even the first year of their study. And the data-driven ALMP, insightful projection of labor market demands to school and academic institutions, because this platform is actually very famous for graduate students and job seekers, which is not attached to any institutions, but we are trying to make sure that the existing or the current students also get benefit from this. And the smart partnerships, of course, we have to get more partnerships, collaboration through private-public partnerships with industries and many other institutions, not locally, but also in the international context. So I would like to end my presentation. Thank you.